also, this is a pituitary. A lot of people get pituitary migraines if they have hormonal issues, okay? You might not know that. I also ask about vision changes and when's the last time they went to the eye doctor. How much computer screen do they have? Do they wear their blue glasses? Don't be over them like this, taking their oxygen. Pull yourself back, okay? Some people are gonna keep their eyes open. Some are gonna keep them closed. This is where that chilled eye mask is really nice. With the cold, if they don't want it on their eyes, sometimes I bring it to their forehead or I'll bring it down to their jaw. With a mask, eyelash extensions and contacts are fine too. It's not gonna make them lift. Okay. If it's a TMJ, I need to think about the structural of that TMJ joint all the way back to their ears. So I'll ask them, do they hear popping in their ears? Do they feel full in their ears? Any drainage in their ears? Do they have any piercings in their ear? Also, what side do they sleep on? So if I sleep on this side, I'm squishing my ear, right? Okay. Do they wear a CPAP, which is very compressing? And you may not know this is a fun fact. You can tell what side someone sleeps on by the size of their nostrils. The side they sleep on is pushed in because it squishes it. You can also tell what side they laid on in the womb. It's the same way with the ear because it squishes the ear. That's why some people's ears are bent over because that's the way they were in the womb. Wow. TMJ, masseter, hinge, migraines. Okay, so I'm looking for any type of fullness. Just looking at her, she's much fuller over here on her sinus cavity over here. And she's struggling with allergies because then it would be environmental or weather. Is she actively sneezing, draining? Does she have a grandma hanky like me? Yep, sure do. Right there. Any recent dental work where they've had their mouth open for like 3 hours? That creates a lot of tension. That's why dental spas are hiring a lot more massage therapists for reflexology, TMJ, and shoulder release while they're in the chair. Massage, you can get back in there to TMJ. We actually can pull the tongue a little bit because it's a muscle. Another fun fact, the tongue is a muscle which connects to the back of the throat, which connects to your spine, which affects your hips. Okay, so people who are having a neck issue, if they cannot stick out their tongue because they never had their tongue clipped, they can't lick their lips, think of that tongue as a muscle and it's connecting into their neck. So a lot of times they have neck pain. So think of the way those muscles are laying out between the upper hinge and the lower hinge, and you want to lengthen them down. So, and you can have them open and close their mouth at the same time. There you go. You feel that crunch? Feel that crunch?
I feel good there.
And then I usually do a little bit of clove salve right here on these lymph nodes and really get them to drain open. And these guys, these scalenes are attaching into the jaw, but then they're connecting down here into the clavicle. So if they come to me with a migraine and they can't turn their head, then I know I have to do this type of work too. I have to release these really strong muscles before I even get to these little bitty guys. Just kind of cup inside that clavicle there. And I'm right to the side of her clavicular notch, and I pin it, and she's gonna turn her head to the left. And I'll see it striating, and back to neutral. And chin to your chest. Ooh, and back behind you. Yeah, and relax. That's a lot. Because remember, there's a front and back to each tightness. If she's tight back here, I gotta release this here too. Wearing out your hands with little bitty tactile movements. You need to use your bigger muscles as much as you can. This is a technique I will teach them to use at home, a part of their self-care. Okay, so let's all do it together. Take your right hand, find your clavicle, and I go through my shirt because sometimes my nail beds will cut in, and I come right inside. So I'm cupping my clavicle, and then I look up, and then I'm gonna look to the left. Do you feel that? Not really? You're not gripping enough. Look down, and up, and to the left. Feel that? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need to get that whole line. Okay? Because this one connects here, this one connects here, and these connect out here. So if they cannot turn their head, I got to release all these to help them be able to turn their head again.
I'm just really tight.
Or they've had a cervical incision where they went through the front to get to the back because that scar tissue it starts spreading like mine does. So if you see people swallowing a lot, difficulty swallowing, really bandy, you got to release all this, which connects to the jaw, which goes into their headaches. He's gonna get, and you don't have to apply oil to the face either. If you have a nice face oil here you like to use, that's totally fine. Ooh.
Feels good.
Yeah. Or orbital edema. Some people will hold a lot of fluid around their eyes. Feedback.
Feels good. Hey, so you just wiped your pencil eraser off with just a Clorox wipe?
Yep. Use Clorox, witch hazel, whatever you guys use to clean things. Yeah. Because, I mean, it will eventually break down because it's rubber, but they're cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Also your gua shas. So this one is a scalped edge. This one has 2 curves. And you choose your curve on, some people have a long neck, some people have rolling necks, but you also want to choose one that fits good in your hand. If your hand is cramping up holding your gua sha, it's the wrong gua sha for you. Choose another size. Okay. So I teach people when you're working here, are you working lymphatics or are you working muscle? Because lymphatics has its own pathways. But muscle, you need to go all 4 directions and think about insertions and attachments. So just know your why. The same way with a massage. If it's circulation lymphatics, you're always going towards the heart. If it's muscle, you need to go all 4 directions, right? Same way with the neck and the face. So I'm kind of scraping in here along her clavicle again. She's still pretty tight here. And I'm not on her airway, her trachea. She needs some love. Girl, I know. And these are all slow movements, especially they're coming with a headache, they're probably coming in with anxiety. And the faster you move, the more anxious they get. So you gotta slow your roll. Slow your music, slow your movements. Even slow your voice because they may be sound sensitive, so bring your voice down to a whisper. Okay, so I just have a regular occiput pull. And if you are just muscling this with your arms, see how much tension that is? Don't do that. I want you to use your body instead. Still feel that tension?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So not your arms. See how much tension that is in my arms? Just find it.
Good.
And move your body. Even if I just went side to side like a figure 8, it's kind of like a cranial sacral movement. You're still getting that flow. Getting that flow of that cerebral spinal fluid down to her toes and bringing it back. And down to her toes and bringing it back. So when I get more cerebral spinal fluid with the proteins kind of clearing out up here, it helps with the inflammation around the brain. And down, which really helps with the hydration. Dehydrated, they don't have that as much fluid volume. You can do some ear pulling, some ear ringing, some scalp, and as you know, we don't know what's underneath that hairline. If they have glue-ins, sew-ins, clip-ins, so always go in tentatively first, and then you can get more aggressive. This is gonna save your hands, again, to release way back there at that occiput where people are getting a lot of tension headaches. 2 pounds is the right height, because if it's a 3-pounder, it's gonna be taller, okay? And this is something you can teach them to do at home. So instead of holding that 10-pound head up in the air for a long time, use the weight, because it gets right at the attachment. And I'm not on her spine, I'm on the side, if you want to come feel. Okay?
Feels great.
And what this is doing is lengthening out her whole cervical column, creating space between the disc and the vertebrae and the nerves. Okay. So it doesn't look like I'm moving a lot, but she feels like a lot. I'm kind of going further out each time. It saves your hands, it saves your body. You guys want to have energy when you get home to your family and your loved ones and not be exhausted and give everything at work.
So you have that outward. Oh, I feel okay. I was wondering what the other side of that. That wow.
And then I would slide it over and I would do the other side. And then when I release her, it's going to feel like she comes down about 10 feet. And then see how that's all loosey, where I didn't have to work so hard. Is that trippy? Yeah, so you can feel it's right into the attachments along the occiput. So people who are getting those tension migraines, that's gonna be one of the tools that saves your hands. Instead of you digging and pushing and digging and pushing, yeah, do your tools.
Nice.
Stick on walls, and we can sit on it. People put it in their showers, and it also comes with a full line of pictures so they can lean back in it and do their self-work.
Oh.
But I use this underneath the shoulder and the hip. You don't want to use your fist or your client is 300 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Use it on the hips too real quick since I got it out. If you're doing the hip stretches and you usually do it with your fist, you can use it with your nubby. Feedback.
Feels good. Wow.
And breathe.
She wasn't breathing.
So then, do you do stretching outside of just because if they're don't have any underwear on, like the?
I do stretches the whole time. Yeah, whether they're naked, I do barefoot massage too, where I massage with my feet and I'm draping them. But yeah, one of the hardest things that clients have trouble with is.
Oh my God, I'm exposed.
Yeah, and so we talk about all that, and they're completely covered. Yeah, and so and this is my fist. So again, if they're 300 pounds, you don't want to do that with your fist.
Nice.